What are your dreams? What are your wants? Do you want to grow your business? Help you crush your goals personally, professionally, and financially? Just join the conversation. What's up? What's up, my family? How we doing today, guys? Another Growing with Grassi call. And like I said, let's get this thing party started, right? This is the last call. Ready? Secret. Last call while I'm 49 years old. Next week, I'm going to be 50. Oh my goodness. I actually turned 50 on Sunday. Rock it out. It's going to be awesome. These calls, like I said, welcome on the call. The newcomers, those that don't know me, I'm just an old dentist that needs a cane now. It's all good. I appreciate everyone joining the calls. Much love to Andreas. We got Mary on the call. We got Linda. We got Shandell. We got Christine. My boy Connor's on the call. What's up, C-Rock? And I love you guys. Thank you for all joining me again. And like I said, as always, the intention is always to help you in any way, shape, or form. Not only to become the best you, but maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, a young dentist, inspiring dentist, those that just want to start something new, want to be something different than they were yesterday. If they want to be something great, if they want to, hey, welcome the people on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. I want to welcome everybody on the call. These calls are meant to define you to be the best version of yourself, of how you possibly can achieve things that you never thought possible, right? So that's what these calls are for. And my hope is that I give you some of the tips, even some tricks, a little nuggets that I've learned along the way of studying almost, man, I'm 50 years old, right? So studying this game of dentistry for over 25 years. I've been doing dentistry itself over 2 decades. You believe that? 2 decades of dentistry. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 25, 30 years, running my own business, guys. I want to hope you, my goal is that I can teach you some things somehow to implement these things in your life to really dominate this thing called life. I don't care if you're 85 or you're 5. If you're on this call, pay attention. I got stuff for you. As I said before, born and raised in Flint, Michigan by a beautiful mother named Linda, who has raised me from a single mom in Flint, raising 3 kids. I have a great stepdad and Bob, an amazing life. I've had great grandparents. My life isn't bad, but I remember what it's like not to have things come from nothing, to have to grind it out and play this game of life every day. It's hard. There's days you're going to want to fail. There's days you're going to get anxious. There's days you're going to want to quit. I'm going to tell you, don't ever quit on yourself, because you can bet on yourself and only you can love yourself. And in the last conversation, we talked about a financial lexicon. We were talking about the invaluable assets that businesses need and arming entrepreneurs and decision makers with the knowledge they need to make sound investment decisions, with researching tools that consider both sides of any given argument, right? But today, this week is probably the most important week, I really believe, because it symbolizes everything we are in life, and it's called the law of attraction. And I know you're like, oh, I don't believe in the law of attraction. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whether you believe it's the law of attraction or the law of resonance, and I'm gonna explain the difference in a minute, that's fine. But what is the law of attraction? What does it really represent, right? It's said that through thought energy, it has a direct correlation with manifesting good or bad future, or good or bad fortune, excuse me. Would you guys agree that our thoughts, just with a thumbs up, if you're on the call, if you're live, you can't comment, that's fine. Would you agree that our thoughts have a direct impact of how we get different results in our life? Would you agree with that? Absolutely. So I always say, proceed on the side with caution. Once you want to maybe try to think positively, and doors can open up, bringing great results in your life. And conversely, you can think negatively and is believed that it leads stagnation and failure in all facets, from money, relationships, and health. And so why do I say that? I'm talking about law of attraction, but I'm gonna give you an example. You are who you think you are. It's almost like the football coach, I think it was Denny Green, goes, we are who we think we are, or we are who we are. And what I mean by that is you are what you think you are. So not only is it the law of attraction, yes, positive gives you positive results, negative gives you negative results, but the law of resonance says you get exactly out of life what you are internally. So what you think, you can't just think, I want to be successful. You got to believe you can be successful. You got to believe it down to your core that you're worth it, that you have value, that it should come to you. You also got to grind it out. Like if you're spiritual, if you're not spiritual, you got to put the work in to get an outcome. The law of attraction tests you every single day. It'll test you how bad you really want something. What's up, Malik? Hey, man, thank you for a shout out. I enjoy your class. I just saw that. I appreciate you, bro. Let's watch the replay. Thank you, Malik. But thank you for saying happy birthday. Malik's been following me a long time. I just saw that message. Thank you, Malik. Love you, brother. But it's how we think, right? How we think. I can remember before I bought this practice, Grassi Dental Wellness, I can remember in 2008, I was just, I was an associate as a doctor. I had another practice from Clausen. And I remember literally thinking, okay, this is not where I could be. Something internally said, I'm not supposed to be in this area. So I came back to this place, was called Gateway Dental at the time. And I walked in and I started envisioning and thinking exactly what this was going to happen. I started almost manifesting what was going to happen in my life. And I started planning it. I had vision boards. I had dreams. I walked in, even told the owner at the time that I'm going to own this place. And he chuckled in my face because he just built it. And I said, you don't understand. This is where I'm meant to be. And I started doing things and behaving in a way and really believing in my soul I was going to own this thing. Well, fast forward 6 months later, he asked me, do I want to buy the practice? It's the current practice I'm in right now. And so even with an economy crisis, even when GM shut down in 2008 in Flint, Michigan, I was attracting the things I wanted in my life. But it took the work, it took the vision, it took the grind for me to accomplish that. See, the universe will figure out what is it that you want. And you can say what you want, but you got to put the grind in. Then you're going to say, well, how does this law of attraction even relate to anything in business? Like, how does this possibly even relate to business? Because it's the same thing. I do it every single day. Ask my staff, I can somehow have a $5,000 day that turns into a $20,000 day. And they're going to say, how do you do that? By just saying I want a $20,000 day and then working my butt off to get that. That's the secret. First of all, where is it you're going? What is it that you want to cause and create in your life? You might hear this over and over in this talk. What is it that you want to attract? And so many times when people say they want something, but internally they either feel they're not worth it, or they're actually attracting the negative. They say they can't because their family members didn't. They say they can't because culturally they're different. They say they can't because it might be challenging. And then they stop. Get out of your old head. What if you did attract something different? What if you did something totally different? How would it be? And the law of attraction in business works the same way. If you utilize the principles of it, businesses can summon wealth upon wealth and create like crazy visions. You can literally set a tool in place. You can have valuable tools cultivate with clarity and focus by just saying what you want. Your goals it'll come to fruition. It creates an environment of abundance in one's venture. I promise you, I do this over and over and over again. Even the Bible states, just have faith as much of a mustard seed. And we don't have faith in ourselves. We always believe we can't get it because somebody else didn't get it in our family. We always believe that we can't attract it. Well, I know it works for this person, but not me. Guys, it's a law of attraction for a reason. It's called the law. You want to abide by the law? You don't believe me, man? I manifest just on this call with a thumbs up, and people that know me on this call, Connor, Chandel, Linda, have I ever created something out of nothing in my life with a thumbs up? Absolutely. Every time, over and over and over. I wish I had hours upon hours to tell you all the results I've gotten out of my own life by just believing in something. Believing anything is possible. From a small town boy riding a big wheel since he's 8 years old, thinking in my head, I'm meant for something better. And I just cause and create it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. If you dream it, anything is possible. This is not meant to be a motivational call. This is meant to talk about law of attraction. But if you're motivated, awesome. Use that temporary motivation, because that's all motivation is temporary. And try to learn from a way that I'm so passionate about, because these calls are all designed for you to be the best version of yourself. At the same time, they're therapy for me. And you might say, what do you mean, dude? I don't have this all figured out. I do things other way. I've also attracted the opposite. I've done it in my business within the last year. Things aren't coming in. We have a saying in our practice today. Hey, why aren't patients showing up on time? Hey, why aren't the patients doing this? I'm not blaming the patients. It must be something we're attracting. It must be something we're doing. So what is it that we want to cause and create? So put it out there. What type of patient if you're a dentist on this call, listen to me. What patient do you want in your practice? What's your ideal patient? Think about that ideal patient and work towards that ideal patient. Market towards that ideal patient. Talk to that ideal patient and get rid of that patient that's not your ideal patient. I'm telling you, that's a nugget, and your practice will blow up. If you're a family member and you're not getting results of somebody else in your family, what the results are you trying to get? What is it that you would like to do? What is it that you like to manifest? And then behave those results. Be that result. Be that leader. And I promise you, whatever you project out of the world, you're going to come back. If you're positive, you're going to get positivity back. If you want to receive money, you must give money. I promise you. It's the law of attraction, the law of resonance. You can only get out of the law of attraction what you believe you're worth, okay? So with that said, I'm sorry, I'm getting all fired up. Sorry, you guys good? Good right now? Little thumbs up, guys. We're all good. Mariel, Connor, good. Christine, we're feeling the energy. Chandel, Linda, Ken, we got this, right? Beautiful, guys. Mikey on the call. Welcome on the call, Mikey. Love you, man. Great. So how does it work? How do you truly unlock the power? Like, how do you truly create a positive thinking mindset when you might not? Like, what in your wildest dream, how do you attract it? Guys, sometimes it starts with just doing something basic, creating this habit. Like, if you believe in what you want, if you can visualize it and you remain optimistic, and then you take action towards achieving these goals, anything is possible. In dental school, I promise you guys, the sky's the limit. I promise you, anything you can create in your brain, I don't care if you got to tab it toward anything. There's so many forces working on your behalf. Anything is possible. I was in dental school. I'm going to get vulnerable again. My second year, I was struggling mightily. I was becoming victim to my own circumstances. And we've all been there. We all played victim. Life's not fair. Oh, poor, woe is me. And then we realized that all we're doing is feeling sorry for ourselves. So what comes back into us is more negativity. Like, see, I can't get a break. I can't get a break. And we believe in our head it's impossible to get a break. Well, guess what you're attracting? That negative energy, that negative flow. The universe doesn't know any different. Your subconscious mind doesn't know any different. All I did one day, I listened to Tony Robbins talk, and he said, if you can just say these things, I am the voice, I lead, not follow, believe, not doubt, create, not destroy, I'm a force for good, I defy the odds, I set new standards and I step up. If you can do that for 21 straight days, watch what happens to your life. And all I did is I committed. I just took action. Whether I believed it in my mind or not, it wasn't the point. My subconscious mind didn't know any different. My subconscious mind, the law of the universe, didn't know any different how I believed about myself. And all of a sudden, good things started coming in. That pain I was going through in dental school, all those struggles doors started opening up. Things started getting easier. Things started getting better. And it's all because I just changed my pattern of belief. The law of attraction, the law of resonance states, just change the way you're doing things. If you want something better, what is it that you want to cause? What is it that you truly want to create and believe you've already done it? That's another thing. Just believe you've done it. Start living your life according to you've done it. When I bought that dental practice, I started believing and acting as if it was already mine. Like, I've already started making plans. You talk to everybody. I've been here now almost, 2008 is 2023, 15 years. And I told everybody where my office was going to be. I started creating that. That's why vision boards work. That's why goal writing works, is because it keeps you on target. It keeps you thinking differently. The people, the 1%ers of the world, it's not that the law of attraction is any different for them. They just execute the law. Is this resonating with you guys? Is this good? I mean, is this something you're understanding just with a thumbs up? Awesome. Connor, love you, brother. Hope you're killing it in dentistry. He's the youngest upcoming dentist in the world. He's going to be the greatest, I promise. I know him personally. So concentrate on being grateful and using encouraging language to yourself. Because really, it starts with yourself. If you unleash your business potential and create success with the law of attraction, that's what you do. You got to start by being grateful. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you for everything you have. Thank you to my staff. I'm doing these calls as well, so that I remind myself of everything I still have to do to this day. We're all human. We're all going to fail. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to recycle back to our old belief systems and our patterns. Can you break out of it? And you got to just start out by being grateful, because you can never be happy by being sad. You can never be happy by living in envy. You can never have anything positive come to you when you're jealous. But if you're grateful, if you truly feel blessed and you're happy, that's when the doors open up. Okay. So to do so, take time to appreciate what you already achieved. I don't do this enough. Like, I'm always saying, what's next? What's next? What have you achieved in your relationship? What's going right in your relationship? If anything, I have a hard time doing this on a daily basis. I think I'm programmed to tell every patient what's really wrong with them. So I always joke with my team, and I'm like, man, I'm really programmed to find out flaws, right? It's not good. How do I flip that? So I got to make a conscious effort to say, man, this is right. And when you start rewarding positive behavior and we start discrediting negative behavior, even yourself, it's easy. It's easy for all of us to say to somebody else, hey, Connor, you did a great job. How come we can never self-talk ourselves that way? What, we're not worth it? We're not the most important character of our story? We don't believe we can do it, even though somebody else can? And I thought we were all gifts of God. I thought we were the greatest thing in the world. So positive self-talk plays a major role by repeating these affirmations. Like I said, I am successful. I am the voice. I lead, not follow. I believe, not doubt. I create, not destroy. I'm a force for good. I set new odds. I set new standards, and I step up, right? Think about that. I defy the odds. I set new standards, and I step up. It'll just do nothing but boost your confidence and to really give you the greatest success. Then once you start producing results, once you start getting these great things combined with all these things and you get more confidence, doors are going to open up professionally, I promise you, and beyond imaginable. If I told you 2 years ago what's opened up in my life by just taking a chance on me, by just learning the craft from other people, from the Grant Cardones, from the Richie Dolans, to the Jim Quicks, to the Jay Shettys, to the Tony Robbins, to the Dean Graziosi's, to the Ken K's of the world, just opening my mind up to a whole different language. Doors have opened up me beyond belief. I never thought it was possible even to have enough money to even invest. It started with just one day, one idea. And I said, this is what I'm going to cause and create. And if anybody that knows me, they know what 250M25 means. They know what 250M25 means. I'm not going to go into details. I will create that. I will manifest that. It's an acronym that says be open-minded to everything. That's a sidebar, but there's a deeper meaning to 250M25. And I promise you, you can cause and create anything. Communicate with intention. When you're intentionally communicating in a business, it's powered by the law of attraction and emotional intelligent messaging. It can help your business foster relationships that are way beyond. Your customers will come in. When you're intentional, when you're talking to somebody with intentionality, when it's aligned with your mission, when you're doing all these things, that's what dominates our practice. Our practice grew when we walked in every single day with intentionality. My team and I, we talk about, hey, sometimes, not all the time, we got to get back to the basics, and we're having a meeting after this. Back to the basics is, what is the one thing? What is the one thing today we want to accomplish? And you've read the book, The One Thing, it's a good book, but that's an intentionality. When you wake up every single day, what is your intention? What is it that you want to cause and create? What is it that you want to do? Focus on that. Focus on it. And by utilizing these law of attraction, your principles of goal setting, you'll be so much more proactive. You'll pursue way more visions and success that you ever thought possible. You will dominate businesses. And people love this stuff. People will eat this stuff up. I don't do it well enough. I become sometimes the law of resonance the other way. Sometimes I lose faith. Sometimes I lose hope, but I got to go back to the basics. Go back to the thing of how it is. Business owners, if you're a business owner on here, if you're a young dentist, use this power of positive thinking to take steps towards achieving your goals. Utilize this. These actions include researching new markets and capitalize on opportunities that arise. So what's going on there? Stay focused on your desired goal is the most essential thing. And how do you do that? By focusing on it, by being intentional. And then last but not least, you got to think of accountability, because that is one of the most crucial things, right? How are we accountable for our own law of attraction? The law of attraction states that one's thoughts and beliefs will create the reality, making it an important concept to consider in business practices. Manifestation can help entrepreneurs stay accountable to themselves and their goals by just focusing on positive outcomes, right? But setting affirmations, visualizing results, successful results, staying mindful of necessary steps for success, as well as accepting failure with grace, because you're going to fail. I had somebody say to me, man, how many implants did you place? I said, I probably placed 1,200 to 1,500 implants. And I love the dentists or entrepreneurs that always say they don't fail. You know what I'll tell you? They didn't do anything. There's no way, because statistics say that it's going to fail. And never think of a failure as a failure. Think of it as a learning opportunity. Like if I place, if it says that 5% of all the implants fail in this world, and I place 1,000 implants, that means that somewhere in the form 50 implants failed. Like it is what it is. And people are going to say, well, why was that? Well, I learned from it every single time. I learned why things fail, right? And what do I do differently? I could tell you an example. If you're a young dentist and you're doing implant dentistry, and I'm going to just tell you, when we talk about failure, learning from failure, little sidebar of law of attraction. But if you're doing a implant guided surgery and your implants fail when you do guided surgery, it's very possible there wasn't enough saline on the water and the bone got too hot. I mean, there you go. How would I have known that? I would have never known it had I not had a failure. So anytime something fails, keep it with grace. Take it with grace. You know what? Cool. When I was struggling in dental school, I took it with grace. What is it that I'm supposed to learn? Have you ever thought that the laws in the universe is getting you to stop and pause? Hey, dude, this isn't going which way. Okay, so pivot and move. Pivot and learn from it. Those that fail are the ones that stop moving. If you had a problem and you failed the test and you kept moving forward and you grew, you never failed. It's how we perceive it in our mind. I grew. So do you say it's a failure or you're grown? It's the way you look at it. Don't worry, take failure with grace. Like, oh, sweet, what mess am I supposed to learn? And you can use these and it will leverage the law of attraction. And when you combine all these methods, holding oneself accountable and all this stuff, it'll create a whole new pathway for you. It'll create ways for you to have successful businesses way beyond belief. We talk about this. So it states right here, man, it literally states that the law of attraction is becoming increasingly popular among business practices as the notion that they want to attract success. They want to attract all these things in life that we love and adore, right? That's what we want. We want the best of the best. We want to have great things come to us in a way that we want, but you can't do it being negative. I see so many dentists, so many entrepreneurs, so many people, they got to cause and create the life they want and surround themselves with a team that'll help them get there. Your teammates and your team members are not responsible for your success. Your wife and your kids are not responsible for your success. Your family and friends are not responsible for your success or your demise. You are. You can cause and create anything you want in your life, but you got to believe it down to your core. Have I ever thought I'd get to the level I was financially in a million years? Only I believed it. Only I believed it. My mom knows where she started from, making $18,000 a year. I could have been a statistic. My dad was an alcoholic. I could have easily been a statistic. But no, you got to believe down your core that anything is possible. Your destiny is not hereditary. If you see it, you can achieve it. If you believe it, it's even more deadly. You got to have the faith and focus and embrace everything you've learned in life to know that you can do just what anybody else does. The only difference between you and Elon Musk is Elon Musk had an idea and built on it. The only difference between you and the creator of the iPhone is they had a vision, they acted on, and they believed they could. When you believe in yourself, you unlock endless potential. When you believe in yourself and you have a vision, you unlock everything that you never thought was possible. The law of attraction can also help you tap into a powerful energy source that is bigger than you. And when you know that all I have to do is believe something positive, all I have to do is act in myself that I'm already there and I've achieved it, you will seize the opportunity and dominate this thing called life. Guys, I want you to put something, please, in the planner. Seize the opportunity by write something in the planner and submit it to me on how do you want further guidance and insight of what it is you want to cause and create. We're talking about powerful energy source. Maybe you had an experience of the law of attraction. Maybe you didn't realize this. Download it. Guys, I'm going to tell you something today. Law of attraction, intuition, whatever it is. I'm in my dental practice. I'm really about to shoot a little video. And I want to do a little motivational video. I was about to do a 30-second video about next week's call, Valentine's Day. And I was about to do a little short video, and my marketing team was going to act on it. Well, I decided to switch offices for some reason. There's something in my gut that says I should switch where I do it, not my backdrop. I'm just going to go somewhere else. So I had this room in my dental practice that used to be my spa, and they had these really cool windows. I'm like, oh, the lighting would be cool in there. So for some reason, I kept getting gravitated towards this one thing. And I opened up the door, and there was a water leak, and a pipe blew. Now, I haven't been in that building, in that spot in my building, in probably 6 months. But for some reason today, the exact day that the pipe broke in my building, I went in that building. I had employees of mine that went in there just a few days ago because they wanted me to change my office. Why do I tell you that? Because the law of attraction works on everything. It'll attract you. If you believe in your gut and your intuition, it will guide you down the right path. You don't believe me? I can't make these stories up. I am where I'm at today because I read of law of attraction and my positive mindset, and I believe anything is possible in me. I hope you believe the same way, because coming next week, we're going to uncover the empowering beliefs of the wealthy and what they do. I'm going to show you what the wealthy does. And I'm not talking just wealthy financially. I'm talking wealthy with happiness, joy, whether it's health, wealth, whatever you define wealthy as, there's certain habits and belief systems that they do. And I'm learning from them as well. Guys, I hope this message resonates to you. Tell me, are these calls good to you? Are you at least getting motivated to go finish the day with a thumbs up? Guy, I hope we are,
Thank you, Ken. I hope these are exactly what we're looking for because they've been great for me. People on Facebook, people on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me. Hey, if you want any information, email me at info@thedentistco.com, guys. I want to help you grow this thing in life. If you need mentoring, coaching, if you just need a friend, if you just need a friendly high five, I got you. I love you all. Have a great day. Till this thing called Tuesday. And oh, by the way, I'll be 50 next week. So love you guys. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.